Teddy Valentine, Lee Cassell, A.J. Desai to officiate our game, and we're off and running inside the dome. And as is customary, the fans will stand until the Orange scores its first basket.
It's excellent defense right off the jump. Justyn Mutts, big, strong, physical guy. It feels like he's been in college forever, Tom, but an excellent decision maker in the middle of that offense as well.
Mutts gets a soft bounce, and it drops in for the first points of the game. Mutts, who averages just over 13 points per game and 8 rebounds. Consistent production from the experienced Mutts. Three from the corner is all net for Bell.
Chris Bell, one of the emerging freshmen, has good size, right at 6'7", good length. Really active on the bottom line of that zone.
21st three of the season for Bell. Fight for the loose ball, and Mintz will run it down. Bell shooting 36% from beyond the arc. The Orange as a team right on that same number. Mintz with a fancy dribble, nowhere to go. Has to give it up. Edwards trying to work on the glass, had it wrestled away by M.J. Collins.
M.J. Collins, the freshman, having to step in and play added minutes with Hunter Couture missing with an injury. Coach Young said he does the things that I need him to do as a freshman. He defends. He doesn't turn the ball over. It's been a pleasant surprise for the Hokies so far this year.
A loss Saturday at home against NC State for Virginia Tech most recently. A spinning Mutts deep into the shot clock.
Pretty interesting setup. Get the ball to Mutts in the middle. And Syracuse is not a team that's going to collapse at the free throw line. Mutts has a one-on-one situation against the bigger Edwards. Excellent move, turning away from Edwards, finishing with the left hand.
Girard and Edwards have to send it back out. Shot clock's at 10. Mintz takes a peek at that shot clock, steps back. Edwards over the top of Basile, and a foul is called.
Where Basile is going to have to be good. You have to box out prior to the ball hitting the rim, and doing a nice job there is Basile.
Time now for our keys to the game, and they're brought to you by your local Ford dealer.
One thing to look at as the game goes on, Syracuse causes a lot of turnovers, and whenever Judah Mintz, excuse me, gets out in transition, he's almost impossible to stop. Take care of the basketball, get a shot on every possession. And if you're Syracuse, you got to attack the cup early.
It's Virginia Tech attacking the cup, and what a pass by Mutts as he found Basile under the basket.
Excellent decision maker is Mutts. If you need 20, he can get you 20, but he is the fulcrum of this Virginia Tech offense.
This is Mintz in the paint, had it swatted away. Maddox denying Mintz. Girard, difficult shot, and he hit it, falling away.
How about the pass prior to the shot? Edwards didn't even bother catching it with two hands, tips it to Girard, gets him in a closeout situation. Girard can score that way. Inside, outside, just terrific touch.
Basile inside against two defenders.
Another pass by Mutts. What happens? He makes quick decisions, and that's what you get when you play with an older player like Mutts. He's got 2 master's degree and undergrad degrees, working on his 2nd undergrad degree. You get a veteran player in the middle of that zone, you can find opportunities around the rim.
Basile is the 2nd leading scorer on this Virginia Tech team. Just over 13 points per game. Bell trying to create some space, and it's an offensive foul.
And Jay Collins, good position. Bell getting a little overeager to continue to move that basketball. Syracuse not typically a high assist team, but at the same time, they have guys that can make some plays. Bell, go ahead and go straight up. You didn't need to push off. You're athletic enough to finish over the top at 6'7".
Padula launching from long distance. Hima's got the rebound. He's in there, number 55 in white. Girard had 14 second-half points against Virginia. That little runner bounces out.
Rodney Rice taking the ball up the court. His first game of the season for Virginia Tech. Top 100 kid, but Basile, little lefty hook over the top. Nice move by the Wright State transfer.
Well, they've been waiting on Rodney Rice, who found Basile. Had off-season ankle surgery, and the freshman seeing his first action tonight. He and Mintz played AAU ball together.
That's right. Played for Team Durant at the EYBL Peach Jam 2 years ago. An excellent combination as Mintz is an absolute bucket. Always in attack mode, Tom. Always in attack mode.
How about that series of moves and fakes?
One thing you have to love if you're a player for what a pass.
Basile had it knocked away by Hema out of bounds, and it's Orange basketball.
What a display of athleticism. Benny Williams went up for the black over the top. But it's been Judah Mintz here early. An excellent move, getting to the cup. He's got it all. Bag of tricks, up, under, and a finish.
When you need to find a new roommate, there's a route for that. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our 2-year maintenance plan at no cost to you. Toyota, let's go places.
I am Puss in Boots. The legend will never die. I'm on my last life.
What happened to your other 8 lives?
Watch. Watch. Does this have shellfish in it?
Yes, sir.
Kitty, I need your help.
Whenever I team up with you, things go wrong.
Trust me.
You gotta trust him. Look at those eyes. You call that cute? With the paws. Am I doing it? You're gonna give yourself a hernia.
Puss in Boots.
Do you want to be a better investor? Public.com is an investing platform that helps you build, grow, and manage your portfolio easier than ever before. With Public's powerful tools, you control how you invest. You can seamlessly view and track your performance, create a customized investing strategy, and invest in stocks, ETFs, and crypto all in one place. Get the tools you need to build a better portfolio. Sign up. Build a better portfolio with Public.com.
At Domino's, next time you order 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 each, you could be in for a shock. Because hundreds of new electric vehicles are rolling out to deliver Domino's across America.
You good? I'm great.
You seen this app? Order sandwiches, earn rewards right on your phone.
Jimmy's John's in the phones.
Jimmy John's, the sandwich.
They're in the internet!
They're in the phones.
Jimmy John's. Join Freaky Fast Rewards, earn free food.
15:25 to go in the first half from the Dome. Judah Mintz leads the wave of Syracuse freshmen this season. Second leading scorer on the team, just under 16 per game.
I love this graphic. The Q's youth, and there's a lot of them. Maliq Brown, a shot blocker off the bench. They've got a lot of young talent that's going to continue to develop within this offense. Syracuse, there's a lot to look forward to as the seasons go on. Problem is, now you got to keep them, right, Tom?
That's true.
That's the issue. That's the issue.
10-7, Virginia Tech has the lead on the road. Their lone win here at the Dome came in 2020. Bell straight away, front rim. Padula able to track it down. Padula led the way with 19 points in the losing effort against NC State last Saturday. He's a good 4 or 5 feet behind the line. Is he still within range there, Terrence?
I think he certainly is. Padula's an excellent shooter, but that's a shot that you can get towards the end of the shot clock. You do want to take some of those. At the same time, let the ball work a little bit. You're getting whatever you want on the inside.
Bell misses. Lynn Kidd has come into the game, pulls down that board for Virginia Tech.
Interesting to see Rodney Rice. He's going to play some point guard, slide Padula over to the 2 spot. Rice got excellent size, college-ready frame as a freshman. Really good player.
Turnaround from Mutts, a little strong. The officials are talking about it. Ted Valentine emphatically says we're going to keep it at this end of the floor. Not the most popular decision. Get an earful from the Hall of Famer.
That's an area it was off of Virginia Tech. You can go ahead and argue that one. It was very close.
We had the benefit of replay, obviously.
That's exactly right. But that's a point of emphasis.
Heads up. Coming our way.
Coming our way. I was ready to shoot, though.
I know. You're always
ready to shoot.
From what I hear, you're always ready to shoot.
But that's a point of emphasis if you're Syracuse. In that 2-3 zone, sometimes it's difficult to match up in order to block out and rebound. They are susceptible on the glass.
Virginia Tech keeps throwing it to the free throw line. This time they fumble it out of bounds.
It's a ball that earlier in the game, Basile is doing a nice job of taking in and finishing. Lynn Kidd, the young big man, needs to have his hands ready to go.
NCAA tournament, the last 2 seasons for Mike Young and Virginia Tech, and the steal by Rice. Maddox. And Maddox was fouled. That one bounced out.
That'll drive you crazy, but Rodney Rice wasting no time making an impact with the steal. They're off and running. That's Team Durant on Team Durant. Maddox, that's one you need to finish and get the extra point. Rodney Rice was a nice player in high school. Struggled a little bit, had ankle surgery in August. Somebody who can run your team, can score when you need him to, but just another big guard from that DC DMV area that can orchestrate your offense. Mike Young really high on the young man.
Getting thrown right into ACC competition, and perhaps with Couture on the bench. And again, the timetable for Couture, not exact just yet, but they're trying to target next Wednesday when they play Virginia. They do not have a weekend game for the Hokies coming up. So we'll see if that's enough time for Couture to rejoin the lineup. Turn around from Girard, and that bounces out. He's missed his last several shots of a similar style. Once again, that entry to Mutts. Finds Kidd, got a defender in the air, and then Edwards came over the top, and a foul is called.
Thought he had a lot of ball, but at the same time, excellent entry pass. Justyn Mutts getting the ball on that high post. Makes a quick decision. Direct passes against this zone, and you can do some damage. I think it was a clean block by Edwards, but Chris Bell getting in with the body.
So Bell picks up the foul. Kidd to the free throw line. Virginia Tech is a team 74%, 5th in the ACC. So Bell will leave. Justin Taylor comes in. Bell to the bench.
Another one
of the three-pointer to open the game.
Sorry. Justin Taylor doing he's done an excellent job this season being ready to shoot. Another perimeter guy. Reminds me a little bit of a slightly shorter Matt Harper. Can shoot it, plays with an edge, big strong body. Nice player.
Underneath, foul and bucket. Maliq Brown for the Orange.
Maliq Brown maintaining his patience from the Blue Ridge School. A lot of good ACC players came from that school, and he's going to have an excellent career with the Orange men. Gets in front of Mutts, holds his position. That's an excellent finish.
So Brown to the free throw line. Not a whole lot of experience there. 6 of 13 on the season. Drops that one in.
Maliq Brown, incredibly long arms on the bottom of that 2-3 zone. The Blue Ridge School, as I alluded to, Amir Sims, former All-ACC player for Clemson. Mamadi Diakite, now in the NBA, and Padula for 3.
Weak side, and that's an easy board for Brown. Freshman from Culpeper, Virginia. Alley-oop, and it's Edwards.
My goodness. Jesse Edwards pulled it out of the clouds. An excellent pass and finish by the big fella.
Virginia Tech hasn't made a field goal in over 3 minutes until that shot by Mutts.
Good things happen when you get Justyn Mutts the ball. It's that simple. He's their settle down guy. Every really good team that you're going to play against has one guy that once he gets the basketball, everybody else relaxes around him. Hunter Couture is that guy a little bit on the perimeter, but Justyn Mutts, he gets it at the top of the key. He's an excellent decision maker.
Poteet picked up the foul.
Big time pass, Joe Girard in the finish. Jesse Edwards. The camera did not do this man justice.
I mean, what a great look from behind the backboard. They entry it to Edwards again, and he got fouled to the free throw line. Edwards
Jesse Edwards, he just gradually improved from year to year during his time playing for Syracuse. But look, catches the ball, keeps it up high. Poteet just a little too late coming over on help side. Edwards, nice touch around the basket.
So Edwards at the free throw line. 68% of the season. Old school three-point play. Jesse Edwards.
As you see, the gradual increase in production, a lot of it has to do with confidence. A lot of it has to do with him getting in the weight room, Tom, from year to year.
Overcoming that wrist injury from a season ago that limited his action. Edwards trying to run the floor again, make eye contact with Joe Girard. Three-pointer, Justyn Taylor.
Forget about it. Justyn Taylor, excellent body control and body balance going up into his shot. That's one thing with freshmen, not always the most disciplined when getting those opportunities. Excellent balance and finish.
6-0 run by the Orange, interrupted by a three from Padula. Once again, well behind the line.
Sean Padula said, what you can do, sir, I can do better. He's able to get one to fall.
Padula was just 1 of 3 on three-pointers. That attempt by Edwards at the rim popped out. Mintz able to gather it against Rice. Edwards down low. He found the open man in Brown.
So Brown gets the hustle offensive rebound and then gets rewarded at the end of the play. You love to see it with a young player trying to do the little things.
3-point game, and maybe we should expect a close game down the stretch. Syracuse averages 74.6 points. Virginia Tech averages 74.3 points on the body of work for the season.
Well, I will say this, if the Hokies continue to score in the high post, at least Syracuse keeps them off the three-point line, which is where they thrive. But at the same time, getting high-quality looks.
Girard is now 1 of 5 from the floor. Basile, who had the last bucket for Virginia Tech, leads all scorers with 8. Padula again. A good 5 feet behind the line. Girard tried to send it in there to Brown. It got knocked out of bounds. Syracuse basketball.
Jesse Edwards goes up for the flush, but just struggles to put it through. But it's the extra effort by the freshman, Maliq Brown, getting out. He gets rewarded at the end of the play. Syracuse up 1.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI. Bring in the new year with CPI, and we'll include your choice of 3 free smart security devices. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else.
Are you a good student? Interested in attending college but need help? Each year, the Jimmy Rain Foundation gives scholarships to worthy students pursuing a college education. So if you're a high school senior or age 20 or younger and in your first 2 years of college, you are encouraged to apply. More than 550 students have already received scholarships, and the next one could be yours. Applications will only be available at jimmyrainfoundation.org.
ACC basketball is brought to you by your local Ford dealer. By the Fresh Market, voted #1 best supermarket in America. And by Coyote Tractor. We dig dirt. That national championship back in 2003 in the orange in front of the crowd tonight against the Hokies. A 1-point lead halfway through that first half. We told you Hunter Couture, injured 4 games ago against Boston College, hit that left elbow awkwardly on the court, and he's a player who shoots 40% from beyond the arc but has missed the last 4 games with the elbow injury.
Directly coincides with their 4-game losing streak, and there's a reason for that. He was terrific. We talk about 31 points. You saw it on the graphic there. At 31 points in the ACC championship game, that was about as good a display in the ACC championship game as I've seen in my lifetime. Just really terrific. Coming off the screens, he's the team's best defender and kind of a settle-down guy for Sean Padula.
Edwards banks it in for the orange. 7 points now for Edwards.
Really impressed with Edwards' touch. You know, you see some of it on film, but he's big man, got soft hands, and obviously he makes a huge presence on the defensive end.
Able to stop Mutts from attacking the rim. He rejoins the fray. A pass deflected out of bounds from Torrance. Will stay with the orange.
It's getting blocked down on that end, but Edwards, you see his wingspan. I mean, flat impressive in the middle of that zone, but if you're active, you can have success. Justyn Mutts picking it up on the defensive end. Great pass.
Inside, outside, Rice.
How impressive has he been early? A steal that leads out in transition. It's his first game in college. I don't see the nerves, Tom. And that is truly unique. I mean, ready to go from the jump. Impact freshman for the Hokies.
Taylor with it for the orange. Now Torrance, shot clock at 10. Back out to Taylor. That's a 3. Easy board, Padula. Padula 5th in the ACC, just over 17 points per game. Rice in the corner. Girard getting ready to check back in for the orange. Padula for 3, and it's all net.
And it all comes down to the pass. Did you see the ball fake by Rodney Rice? Fake to shoot, brings Justin Taylor up, leaves the corner wide open. That's a high IQ play by the freshman, who, quite frankly, Tom, we didn't know what to expect, how nervous he would be. Come in and done well early.
2 of 7 on 3-pointers for Virginia Tech. This is Taylor. Another 3 attempt, and it rattles around and goes down.
Soft touch, strong body, extends high, and the finish is nice. Justyn Taylor from the state of Virginia made his way to Syracuse.
Mutts, who had a triple-double in a winning effort at Castle Coliseum in Blacksburg a season ago against the Orange. That was a driving Padula. He wants the basket.
Virginia Tech, the lid's starting to come off from 3. Padula, he knocks one down. Look at the fake, though. Fake up, find the corner, knock it through. Sean Padula keeping Virginia Tech going.
How do you enjoy a delicious home-cooked meal without the prep? You could get a meal kit shipped in a cardboard box or take a fresh approach to dinner with this. Little Big Meal from the Fresh Market. A ready-to-cook meal that feeds a family of 4 for just $25. We take care of all the prep and make each meal easy to shop and easy to cook. Discover a new Little Big Meal every Wednesday and shop online for curbside pickup. Try America's most loved dinner today. Only at the Fresh Market.
Aw, I love to have one of my own someday.
Thanks. She's 9 months. Say hi.
Oh, I was talking about your USAA bumper sticker. I tried everything to get a membership.
Yeah. My dad served in the Marines. He passed membership down to me. I'll pass it to her.
Wow. That's a lucky kid. Who's he?
That's Grunk.
Oh, the I'm Special guy.
USAA. It's for the military community and their families.
ACC Hoops, tonight on Bally Sports South, presented by your local Ford dealer.
It's a 1-point lead for the Orange with 7:43 to go in our first half from the Dome. First of 3 straight road games for Virginia Tech, coming off 4 straight losses. And so far, Padula, a couple of 3-pointers for Virginia Tech.
He hasn't been shy. I think that's one thing for certain. But if on the 2 makes that Sean Padula has been able to knock through, the ball has popped around the perimeter. Ball moves, takes his time, steps right into it. Sometimes against this Syracuse zone, you get trapped into thinking, hey, I'm wide open right away. If that ball moves a little bit, it makes easier shots for you. Rodney Rice, this was a great ball fake and pass to Sean Padula, who catches it in rhythm and is able to knock it through. Take your time, be patient against this 2-3 defense, and you're going to be able to find shots, but don't settle for it in the first 10, 12 seconds of the shot clock, because you're going to get those same shots later.
33 made threes on the season for Padula to lead the team. He was tied with Basile to start the night. Virginia Tech basketball. Basile is the leading scorer. He's got 8. Not in the game right now for Virginia Tech. Maddox had the shot altered. Torrance runs it up.
Justin Taylor, an excellent contest on the perimeter. If you're going to ball screen the top of that zone, you better get a piece of them, because if you can't create any advantage, they're just going to stay put. Excellent defensive possession by the Orange.
Entry pass. Edwards could not calculate the angle. Brown came over the top, had a chance at it. Maddox brings it up. Virginia Tech up over 50% shooting in this first half. It's above their season average of 47%. Still 3rd best in the ACC. Poked away from Mutts.
Maliq Brown just staying active on the bottom. Nice move, and then Syracuse can play with some pace.
Torrance, Edwards. Mutts was there. Bounces around to Padula. He puts a move on Girard and then stumbles to the court. Clean play.
On a contact. Now Syracuse is off and running. This is when they're dangerous.
Taylor, soft bounce.
Justyn Taylor showing he can put it on the deck a little bit, Tom. Nice move. Doesn't lose his feet. Nice finish.
So Taylor's got 8 points now. Kidd.
If Taylor can be that 3rd option and play within himself and knock down shots, I mean, that's a huge addition beside Girard and Mintz.
Just 2 points for Girard so far, 1 of 5 shooting. A couple of threes for Taylor. That one bounces away from Edwards. Shot clock is at 7. Girard wants it. Padula on the hip. Driving in and scoring, Joe Girard.
What stands out most about Joe Girard? It's his patience. He ball fakes. He plays off his jump shot. Nice move. And that little floater he's had in his game since high school is terrific. Big time flush. Lynn Kidd.
And a 1-possession game as we close in on 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Quick passes, no deflections. Get the ball where it needs to go quick against that zone. You can find opportunities.
Girard has not attempted a 3 in this game. Does lead the team with 49 made threes this season. Shot clock is inside of 10 again for Torrance.
Near Torrance, Marquette transfer, doesn't overexert himself on the offensive end. Has good body size and quickness to create when needed.
Torrance, the Syracuse native, with a bucket for the Orange. Girard, the quick close on Padula. Kidd in the paint, over top of Edwards.
How about that? That's not something Lynn Kidd has had in his game all that long. We're going to get a timeout, Virginia Tech.
Lynn Kidd impressive on the last 2 possessions for the Hokies.
He's been terrific. A little ball fake and playing within himself. VT staying within 3.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
If you overdraw your account, Wells Fargo gives you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with a grace period? Like accidentally parking where you shouldn't.
Hey, what about this one? Nah, that one gets an extra day. Somebody got lucky.
Like having an extra day grace period? When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
And Doug.
Hey, man. Nice base. Clearly you're a safe driver. You could save hundreds for safe driving with Liberty Mutual.
They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Woo! We gotta go again.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 retail trade assist cash on the 2022 Ford Edge. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Virginia Tech has had problems turning the basketball over at times this season, but today they've been quick, they've been decisive in their actions, and Justyn Mutts has 4 of the 10 assists for the Hokies, sharing the ball well. And in their wins, they've taken care of the basketball in terms of assist to turnover ratio. And today, much more of the same so far. Last 4 games, and we talk about it, it's coincided with Hunter Couture not being in the game, and Sean Padula has a lot on his plate as the lead guard for this Hokies team. With Couture out of the game, he can't really take a breather. That's why the addition of Rodney Rice in this lineup has been so valuable.
4 assists for Mutts in the game tonight. Coach Mike Young's team averages just under 10 turnovers per game as he stalks that sideline. Intensity on that Hokie sideline and bench area. Trailing 31-28. Tipped around. A foul coming up against Virginia Tech.
And I think it's going to be on Mutts with a push underneath. Syracuse really active on the offensive glass. Hasn't necessarily been a strength of theirs, but today the length bothering Virginia Tech a little bit.
A lot of activity in the paint from these teams. 18-16 the lead for the Orange. That was Kidd defending on Edwards out of bounds, and it stays with Syracuse. A slim lead in the paint. Syracuse bench has 15 points. 7 for that Virginia Tech bench. That includes our first look at number 1, Rodney Rice. Taylor, part of the big bench production.
That's right. Rodney Rice been good early. Taylor's been excellent. And good defensive possession. Sean Padula staying in front.
Needs to shoot at the end of the clock for Torrance, and it bounces in. It's a 3-ball for the Orange.
How about Torrance looking back at his bench? I got it too. Number 10 for Cuse, the hometown kid.
4 of 8 as a team on threes.
Syracuse really shooting it well. Virginia Tech's had success as long as they get it to Mutts. He passes it some, he finishes over the top. That's something that Syracuse is going to live with, because that keeps Virginia Tech's 3-point shooting at bay. They're having to live with a tough 15-foot floater.
So for Torrance on that last trip down, just his 6th made 3 of the season. 4-point lead. They try to get it to Edwards off the bounce.
I'm curious to know what this call is. We're going to have a foul on the way up. But that pass, I thought it was an excellent chip by #1 Rodney Rice defensively on the backside. You'll see him come over. #1 comes in, chips. It doesn't matter. Jesse Edwards, just a big man, throws it off the backboard, and he gets the foul on the elbow.
Edwards at the free throw line. While we have a moment, let's get a message from Coyote Tractor.
In my experience, if you work the land, you got to be a jack of all trades. You got to have a little bit of optimism and a whole lot of get-go.
.68% shooter from the line, Jesse Edwards. Right now, he is the leading scorer for the Orange. With exactly 3 minutes to go. Kidd back out to Padula. Long rebound. Bounces to Maddox. Mutts and Kidd try to collaborate. 3 defenders there for the Orange, and it doesn't stop the Kidd.
Lynn Kidd doesn't stop the Kid. Well done, Tom.
Thank you.
Doesn't stop the Kid. Shows great composure. He gets the ball in. Ball's batted around a little bit. Finishes among the trees. Lynn Kidd playing well early.
He had 14 points in that loss Saturday against NC State. Trying to keep it rolling. Coming off of that Virginia Tech bench here in the first half. 2:20 to go. Padula took it away, and then Edwards committed the foul.
Virginia Tech continues. Pass the ball at a high level. Again, who else? Justyn Mutts finds the man. Doesn't get it on the first try, but this was a big-time finish. Lynn Kidd playing well early.
So Virginia Tech as a team, 52% from the floor. 2 of 8 on threes, and they both belong to Padula. They still both belong to Padula after the Rice miss. Taylor and Basile get tangled up. It's going to be on Basile.
I don't love that call. I felt like Basile got inside, had his hand on the ball. Call a little bit late. But regardless, ball still moving at a high level. Syracuse just hitting shots so far. Syracuse hasn't settled either. That was one of our keys to the game. Only 9 threes attempted, most of which have been open.
16 fouls for both teams now. As the clock continues to tick inside of 2 minutes. Taylor scoops up the loose ball. Shot clock now at 7. Driving, Mintz. A little spin on in.
He just glides, doesn't he, Tom? I mean, his ability, long strides attacking the rim, doesn't need that many dribbles. And the smooth finger roll finish.
Basile in a crowd. Padula dribbles around the defenders and puts some action on that one off the backboard.
The English by Sean Padula.
Girard. That'll fall. Count the basket and foul as Basile hit the court.
And a little bit of that right there. Sean Padula, if you're going to go for the steal, you better get it because you open up the defense for Girard to attack. Joe Girard, we know he's a bucket. Goes for the steal. Now you leave the rim open. Basile not able to get in front in proper position. Big time finish, Joe Girard, who's had a lot of big time finishes in his Syracuse career.
42 of 48 from the free throw line for Girard, and the miss 87% on the season for Girard. Second best in the ACC, a rarity there at the free throw line. Kidd in a congested area. Hema was there. So was Taylor.
That's on Hema. You have to stay vertical. You have enough help around that baseline. And now Virginia Tech in a 1-and-1. Good aggressiveness by Kidd trying to finish. Jim Boeheim. I haven't seen him happy that often, Tom, and you went to Syracuse, so I'm going to ask you, have you seen the man happy outside of a national championship?
He's a happy guy, I'm sure he is, but when you get in the intensity of ACC basketball, 47 years, player and an assistant coach prior to that from Lyons, New York, nearby.
A legend in the game. I say all of that jokingly. All the is he in a good mood, obviously, but a legend of the game. Terrific coach. He's had a lot of really good players over the years.
So we're into the final minute now of the first half. Both teams have shot it well, both over 50%. Mintz Fancy dribbling. Leaning into Maddox. Maddox did well to hold his ground. Shot clock at 5. Girard for 3, and he's ripping the ropes for the Orange.
Come on. A little hesitation and a finish. Joe Girard. He has that isolation scoring ability. He's caught fire a little bit here in the first half.
His 50th made 3 of the season. 8-point lead Orange. Final seconds. Virginia Tech in possession.
Look for a ball screen on the outside or just an attack by Maddox.
Maddox got fouled on the shot. So Maddox will go to the free throw line.
That's a poor decision, Hema. You have to stay straight up and down. That's 3 fouls on the young man. He's an excellent shot blocker, but you have to understand what you're contesting, right? Maddox fading away off the dribble, away from a 7-footer. You can contest straight up and down. That's going to be a hard enough shot as it is.
With just a few ticks left on the clock.
Maddox, a big-time shooter from beyond the arc. Right at 10 a game, but he's hit some big ones in his Hokies career.
90% free throw shooter on the season, Maddox. Off the backboard and no good. So there's your halftime count. 43-37. It's a lead for the Orange. They are 7-1 this season when they have the halftime lead, and they've got it in the Dome against the visiting Virginia Tech Hokies. Some high percent
right before half. Syracuse playing well offensively.
Ball's in play for the second half. Virginia Tech 52% shooting. The Orange up near 55% in that first half. Here we go with the second 20 minutes. Mutts lost the handle momentarily, got it back. In a crowd, tapped away, got it back again. Padula up against Edwards. Basile comes over the top, and Edwards, second leading rebounder in the ACC, comes down with it for the Orange.
Good defensive possession to open up for Cuse, and that lets Mintz try to get downhill. That's a quality defensive possession. Mr. Maddox. That's his area.
Edwards led the way with the 9 points in the first half, tied with his teammate Joe Girard, who hit a 3 late, was 4 of 9 shooting. Benny Williams sitting on that bench next to his Hall of Fame coach. This is Girard, finds some space and drops it.
And that's over the top of high hands. Basile getting out, contesting high. Sometimes Girard, he gets in this mood. It's like he doesn't even see anybody in front of him. Tough shot and finish.
Girard double digits, 10 games in a row now. Edwards the rebound.
It's hard not to be impressed with Jesse Edwards. His length, his hands.
Bell from the corner. Bring it up.
It's Syracuse's offense. All impressive today.
Just like that, the Orange to their largest lead inside. Basile from Mutts.
Quick passes, no deflections, high-low, run to perfection.
Girard looking for the range from 3, and Mutts has the rebound.
That's the first shot all game, Tom, that Girard took off balance. He's constantly off balance, does a terrific job there.
Mutts couldn't convert at the other end.
But take your time. The ball is finding you. Maintain good balance.
That gets deflected out of bounds near the Syracuse bench. They keep possession. So Mutts now 4 of 8 from the floor. He shoots 58% on the season, 3rd in the ACC for Mutts. Again, he had the triple-double last year in Blacksburg in the winning effort for Virginia Tech. Syracuse leads the overall series 11-6. 7-1 in the Dome. Edwards, tough catch. May have earned some free throws in the process.
It wasn't just Edwards. Maliq Brown catches it and is able to dish off quick. Nice play by the freshman. Gets it. Quick decision. Nice little lefty pass. Mutts, you have to stay straight up. Maintain your verticality. Stay away from picking up that foul. But Jesse Edwards, Tom, has been really good so far tonight.
6'11" center from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Syracuse with the advantage on the boards, 22-14 with Edwards at the free throw line.
Edwards played at BC Apollo in Amsterdam. His brother played at UNC, not North Carolina, Northern Colorado.
Got it.
So that's a big one. And his brother currently plays at Maliq in 2nd Division Spain. Maliq's in Africa on the coast of Tunisia.
Geography lessons
So hey,
here.
I actually got to play in that town. So
Pay
it's pretty
attention.
interesting.
Well, you've played internationally quite a bit, Terrence. Bell trying to save it. Mintz grabs it. Took it away from Mintz. From Mutts. And Mintz has it.
Mutts to Mintz. The 50-50 balls are going to Syracuse to start this second half.
Long journey. Got a official's timeout. That's Bell shaking up in the corner. He's going to trot over to the orange bench.
I'm not quite sure what happened. He came over to try to save a ball. I think he hit his leg on a chair.
Taylor's going to come in for him.
See, but Jesse Edwards, once again, look at that wingspan, Tom. Are you kidding me? It's a good save. I think he fell off the edge of the floor. Maybe twisted his ankle. It looked like it was a right ankle situation. Jogged off the floor, though, so it seems to be like he'll be fine.
Mintz put the ball on the rim. Edwards went up. And there was a foul against Virginia Tech. Yeah, got to scuff that shin a little bit as Bell is on that sideline. Taking a look at it.
Sometimes you're not always rewarded with hustle. Bell with the boo-boo, if you will.
Looking for Brown on the inside, and now Mintz.
Mintz is so shit.
On Maddox, drops it in with a little scoop from Mintz.
It's his slow to fast, fast to slow, herky-jerk style of game, and he's so smooth with the basketball. All the way, the one-hand finish over Maddox. Impressive. This is why he's scoring so many points. Best freshman in the country is Justyn Mutts.
Fantastic look from right behind that backboard, and Mintz finishes off the old-school three-point play. So the Orange now 52-39. Impressive performance in the opening minutes of the second half by Syracuse, which held the halftime lead. Padula trying to get the Hokies back in this one. Mutts over the top. Foul against Virginia Tech.
We got to push in the back, but this is the difference this year between this year's Syracuse team and last year's Syracuse team, right? Rodney Rice tries to penetrate off the top of the key to find somebody on the wing. Padula has to shoot over Maliq Brown, who must have a 7-foot wingspan. Their athleticism on the bottom wings of that zone are what the big difference is this year between Syracuse really performing well early.
Edwards has to circle back. Girard fires away.
Joe Girard. He gets his feet set. He's on balance. Forget about it, Tom. Forget about it. Joe Girard, he's found his rhythm. He gets the people going here at Syracuse, New York. Finishes over the top. Jesse Edwards working off the ball, finds him. Nothing but net. Syracuse up 16.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
It's a privilege to be able to have land and manage it and work it. The land will teach you many lessons. Nature will teach you many lessons. But the biggest lesson is starting something and finishing it. It's not so much about getting ahead, because that'll never happen, but not getting too far behind.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach. and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Not everyone can say that, but we can. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months, plus 1,000 retail trade assist cash on the 2022 Ford Edge. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Nothing tastes better than savings. Hardee's new 4 for $6 deal lets you mix and match your favorite flavors. That's sweet, savory, crispy, crunchy, or beefy, all for just $6. Create your favorite combinations with our new 4 for $6 deal, only at Hardee's.
Canes, Blue Jackets, Thursday at 6:30 on Bally Sports South.
The Orange on a 7-0 run. And they built a 55-39 lead against Virginia Tech. 16:21 to go here in our second half. That'll take us to the Coyote Tractor turning point as the Orange turned it up early second half.
Well, they're being aggressive to the rim, and they're really moving well off the basketball. Joe Girard, his feeder set, you can forget about it. He's going to knock things down, but it's been a balanced effort here in the second half to go along with getting the 50-50 balls. The bench is fired up. The people of Syracuse are fired up so far. Have to be happy with their play.
7 points from Mintz. Double-digit scorers. Girard with 14. Jesse Edwards has 10. Virginia Tech has 2 points so far in this second half. Kidd drew a double. Edwards joined the party defensively, and Kidd defeats it.
You have to be happy with Lynn Kidd's performance if you're Virginia Tech. He's come off the bench and brought some life to the low post.
So Kidd now with 10 points. Edwards trying to back it on down, and it pops out. Padula on the move. That was deflected by Edwards, picked up by Girard.
Mutts wanted a kick ball, but it went off of the thigh of Jesse Edwards. And there's a cumulative effect of playing against this zone.
Edwards backing down. Got it back. Mintz. Orange have made 7 3-pointers in the game. Rice with the shove of Mintz and the foul. 14:56 on the game clock, and the Orange up 55-41. Early stages of our second half from the Dome.
Rivalries happen, but no matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security's real-time response, video analytics, and camera alerts help you protect what matters most. Bring in the new year with CPI, and we'll include your choice of 3 free smart security devices. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
Max. No. Max! Max! Max!
Dogs don't know what's good for them. Luckily, you do. Greenie's Dental Treats.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen, girl.
joy of movement.
Show us what you've got, Smashville. This Saturday, we're stepping out of the booth to call all the Preds action from the stands.
It's going to be so much fun. Don't miss it.
Our special edition of Saturday Night in Smashville starts at 7:30, 6:30 Central on Valley Sports South.
ACC basketball is brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. And by CPI Security. CPI home security that protects what matters most. And by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. Evening on the quad here in Syracuse, New York on the Syracuse campus. Hendricks Chapel inside the dome now with the Orange up 55-41. We're doing it on the defensive end. Time to take a look at today's Protecting the Paint, brought to you by CPI Security.
He's not a protector, he's the protector. Jesse Edwards erases everything around the paint. And he just does so with that length. It's just flat out impressive. He's athletic, he's got terrific timing. You need a protector. Jesse Edwards is your protector.
As a team, Syracuse close to 6 blocks. Edwards is close to 3 per game to lead the ACC. Underneath and a follow. Brown.
Maliq Brown's second jump is so impressive. He gets off the floor so quickly, but Justyn Mutts just staying consistent in his approach, attacking the rim and finding guys around the bucket. Maliq Brown on that occasion, the beneficiary.
7 points for Brown. He's 3 of 4 from the floor. The Orange 50% shooting in this game. Mutts, Poteet off the hands and collected by the Orange. Driving Girard. Attempted follow. Brown. That bounced out somehow off the back iron. And here's Rice.
Might be the only mistake that Brown's made today. He started the second half. Basile launches one. But Brown has been terrific. There was a reason he started in the second half. Vinny Williams going to come off the bench. But Brown, his length, his athleticism, his presence around the rim, been really good. Watch out. Edwards' activity off the ball. Nice set, cross-screen action. Justin Taylor putting it on a dime. Can't do that. Poteet a little bit out of position. You have to jump to ball side early. Edwards has to take advantage. 10 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, 2 blocks. He's done a little bit of everything today, Tom.
Doesn't get the kind bounce. Kidd and Collins back into the Virginia Tech lineup. Poteet comes out, Maddox as well. Edwards and his teammate Maliq Brown have combined for 14 rebounds as Edwards handles the second free throw. Edwards has 5 games this season with at least 5 blocks in a single game. Poked away. Girard drops it off and is Mintz.
My goodness.
Padula got Girard in the air, dropped it off to Kidd. It's out of bounds. It's off of Syracuse.
And I know it was a miss, Mr. Wormy, but look at this. You're out in transition. Judah goes up and under. My word. He doesn't make it, but you want to talk about a display of athleticism. Justyn Mutts, when he's in transition, he's lethal.
7 points tonight, despite that miss from Mintz. 3 of 7 from the floor, and he's missed his only 3 attempts. Knocked away. Brown. Mintz. Rice on his hip. Finds Girard. Basket and foul, Joe Girard.
The patience, the shrug, the flex. Joe Girard playing exceedingly well today. The and one. He's been aggressive. He's been patient. Look at this. You're out in transition. Nice move. Little up and under. Draws the foul. Look over to the people.
So Girard finishes off the 3-point play. Did struggle a little bit early shooting, but now 7 of 14 for Girard and 17 points, and he's going to lead everybody with that number. Along the baseline, Kidd diving after it. It's out of bounds to the Orange. Take a look at the scoreboard all of a sudden, Terrence. 20-point lead for the Orange.
Happened quick. I mean, it certainly happened quick. And turnovers rearing their ugly head here in the second half for Virginia Tech. And that Syracuse zone makes everything you do pause, half a second off. And what a pass. Forget about it. Maliq Brown, the tip dunk. His activity has turned this game up. Maliq Brown has been terrific.
Basile at the other end for a rim bender for the Hokies. Girard about 6 feet behind the line, which is 22 feet 1 3/4 inches away. It's Padula in traffic.
It was further than that.
His shot was way behind the line. I mean, really, 5 or 6 feet at least.
I'm a big fan of the heat check, Tom, but I'm a bigger fan of tip dunks by Maliq Brown. That was a big-time finish. And everything just takes an extra second. The ball's not moving crisply. Those passes need to be sharp. It's just not moving like it did in the first half. Justyn Mutts a little bit out of sorts.
And you can tell from the body language, a little bit frustrated in the second half as we tick down to 12 minutes to go. Virginia Tech with 6 turnovers in the last 4 minutes or so. More points for the Orange.
He is a tough shot maker. Justyn Mutts, I don't know how he gets it above his head sometimes.
Padula stumbled. Somehow got it back to Rice. Wing jumper.
A lot of contact, and what happens? Syracuse gets to walk it back up. They are playing full of confidence.
The Orange had lost at home to Pittsburgh late December and then beat Boston College here at the Dome. Went on the road January 3rd, beat Louisville, and the loss on Saturday at Virginia. So 2-2 in their last 4. Taylor's fall away. Weak side Mutts. Now we told you Virginia Tech had lost its last 4 by 5 points or less. Right now it's not looking like that's going to be the result. They need a very quick comeback. Mutts, Basile, easy too, and that's how you get started.
That's right. Mutts needs to be a little bit more aggressive attacking that 5-man before getting rid of it. Whenever he does that, the defense converges, and then he'll be able to find a couple of passes around the basket. But playing on his heels a little bit at that free throw line whenever he catches it.
Orange have been dominant in the Dome against Virginia Tech. That's going to be Mintz putting the shoulder down for the offensive foul.
And that's that's a good job. Padula getting out in front, trying to find a way for the Hokies to battle back into this one. Down a bunch. Syracuse feeling good.
You seen this app? Order sandwiches, earn rewards right on your phone.
Jimmy's John's in the phones.
Jimmy John's.
They're in the TV show. They're in the internet.
They're on the phones.
Jimmy John's. Join Freaky Fast Rewards, earn free food.
In my experience, if you work the land, you got to be a jack of all trades. You got to have a little bit of optimism, a little bit of idealism, and a whole lot of get-go.
Dominate this season with a free preview of NBA League Pass on DirecTV. Catch the action with up to 40 out-of-market games a week. Extraordinary plays. Colossal dunks. Your favorite players and teams. Stream on your favorite devices. And run the floor with even more coverage from NBA TV and videos on demand. Watch up to 8 games on one screen.
Amazing!
Don't have NBA League Pass? Check out our free preview.
Do you want to be a better investor? Public.com is an investing platform that helps you build, grow, and manage your portfolio easier than ever before. With Public's powerful tools, you control how you invest. You can seamlessly view and track your performance, create a customized investing strategy, and invest in stocks, ETFs, and crypto all in one place. Get the tools you need to build a better portfolio. Sign up. Build a better portfolio with Public.com.
Kings, Blue Jackets, Thursday at 6:30 on Bally Sports South.
Don't forget there's more ACC action coming up. 9 Eastern. Hunter Tyson and the Clemson Tigers trying to move to 6-0 at the top of the standings in the ACC, and they'll take on the Louisville Cardinals. That's coming up from Little John Coliseum, Clemson, South Carolina. Terrence, you know that area well, don't you?
I live in the upstate. I live in the upstate. No, there's not a player playing better right now than Hunter Tyson. It's not just the last 4 games. He has shot 43% from beyond the arc on the season. And you have a 4-man that can do that, really spaces out the floor.
So that's coming up. 9 Eastern. 6-0 would be the first time in school history in ACC play for the Clemson program, led by head coach Brad Brownell, 13-3 overall. Miami Hurricanes, their only loss was in Atlanta against Georgia Tech. Florida State defeated Georgia Tech on Saturday for Leonard Hamilton's 600th career win. And Tony Bennett has become the all-time leader in wins at Virginia as well. And they got a win yesterday against North Carolina. 10.5 minutes to go in our game at the Dome. Tom Wormy, Terrence Oglesby, and our outstanding ACC basketball production crew with you. Basile, another jam.
And that all starts. Sean Padula attacking that wing gap. And then it sets off a chain of reactions. Basile, nice finish.
Edwards trying to establish some position inside. Mintz weaving his way. Collins at the other end, not quite enough to tip. Basile was in the vicinity.
DJ Collins out and running. I thought there was contact there, but Padula, he's out for the steal. And Virginia Tech desperately trying to generate some momentum. Those are plays you need to have if you're going to get back into this ball game, Tom.
Padula trying to make something happen in the anticipation. Nine and a half minutes to go in our second half. Girard trying to create space. Offensive foul.
It's an excellent job, Girard getting out, or excuse me, Collins getting out in front, taking the charge to the middle.
Well, you want to stay tuned for the fast break. It's presented by your local Ford dealer. Fast break is coming up. It's been a fast half for the Orange. Looks like Coach Boeheim wants to call a timeout. Gather his team.
That was a good defensive possession. MJ Collins. Mike Young talked about his defensive ability as a freshman. Whenever you're stepping in, you got to do the things that you can control. Control the things that you can control. MJ Collins doing a nice job of that defensively, but Virginia Tech just really struggling here in the second half to generate open looks, both from beyond the arc and inside the arc.
Well, Basile leads the way, only Hokie in double digits with 10. He's had a couple of dunks here in the second half.
And the problem is, if you're not shooting it well from the perimeter, you got to run into Jesse Edwards if you get inside the perimeter. So that makes things infinitely more difficult.
Leading shot blocker in the ACC, 14 in white.
I'm intrigued to see what Edwards is able to do at the next level, because he poses a lot of things that NBA scouts and NBA personnel like. Long, soft hands, lob threat. But he's been in his zone for a while. And not saying that's a bad thing, but you got to see the man guard.
Trying to defend Mutts, who earned some free throws.
But he certainly has the ability. Mutts, though, that's a strong, undersized 4-man just attacking the body. And he'll get 2.
First 2 for Mutts.
Mutts started off the game terrific. I mean, he was passing the ball. He was in that high post. He was knocking down shots right at the ACC. But at the same time, he's been asked to do a lot. 4 turnovers on the game to go along with those 10 points now and 7 assists. But he's relied on a lot for this team.
Mutts is the third leading scorer for Virginia Tech behind Padula and Basile, and Virginia Tech has responded with an 8-0 run to try to cut into the orange lead. But as big as 22 for Syracuse out in front. And that pass deflected away. Basile takes it. Mutts on the run. Little two-man game with Basile. Taylor had it for a second. Rice gets it back. He's open. Basile had the position, and the foul coming up on Brown.
Basile's effort is helping things out. But Sean Padula on the other end really defending at a high level. Rodney Rice gives it up, but Basile really staying consistent in his effort. Maliq Brown a little bit too much over the back.
Taylor comes out for the orange. 8 points for Taylor. Padula. Basile. Mutts on the glass. And Mutts got it done.
And that's where you can get back in this ball game. Intense defensively and on the offensive glass is where Syracuse is susceptible with this zone. Justyn Mutts attacking.
The run up to 10-0 now for Virginia Tech. Trailing by 12. There's Williams on the move for Syracuse.
See Mike Young bringing over Rodney Rice. But Basile just staying with it. Those extra effort plays is what's going to get the Hokies back in it. Justyn Mutts able to finish and capitalize.
Basile's a guy who has over 1,400 points in his career. Transfer from Wright State. First year in the Virginia Tech program.
Interesting that Basile hasn't taken a three. He's a 38-39% three-point shooter. Sometimes you can find a way to get your five-man out on the perimeter.
Leading scorer with 18, Basile. Rice the miss. Williams goes up top for the board.
The bottom wings. I'm telling you, Mr. Wormy, like the bottom wings between Benny Williams, Maliq Brown, it changes the dynamic in how Syracuse can play because they're able to cover so much ground.
Edwards drops it off unselfishly underneath Maliq Brown. And that's enough for the double-double for Brown. First of his career.
Jesse Edwards, though, he's listed at 6'11" to be able to handle it like that, showing off his versatility.
Basile. Edwards wins the fight. Girard wants to slow it down. So the 10 rebounds for Brown, that's a career high. He's just one short of his career high in points right now with 11. Significant contributions from the freshman contingent for the Orange. Edwards spins in the paint and lost it.
Wow, what a pass.
2-on-1. Padula against Girard, and a foul called on Joe Girard. 6:46 to go. The foul's on Girard as Padula was driving. Orange in front, 68-53. It's time for the Fast Break, presented by your local Ford dealer. As we get a look at some of the top freshmen in the ACC this season.
Tom, you line them up, I'll knock them down. Kyle Filipowski has been terrific all season long. Standing about 7 feet tall, he has been a scoring dynamo, inside, outside. He does it both for the Blue Devils. And Justyn Mutts, we have him here today. He is a scoring machine. There might not be a more smooth guard in the conference than Mintz. Mike James for Louisville is somebody that continues to improve as the season goes along. Last week's ACC Freshman of the Week continues to improve, expanding his game beyond the three-point line. And Isaac McNeely, opposing fan bases he's going to drive them crazy for the rest of the 4 years that he's in college. He plays with an edge. He shoots it extremely well. right at 6 points a game. That's going to steadily increase through his career in Virginia. And J.J. Starling might be the most athletic of the bunch. 6'4", 200 pounds, can score from everywhere. An excellent athlete.
Of course, they all have to live up to the standard of Terrence Oglesby. Back in the day, wearing the Clemson uniform as the two-time ACC Freshman of the Week, 07 to 08.
How about that? Not bad. That guy had more hair than now.
All right, we're back with more after this word from your local Ford dealer. Thanks for watching The Fast Break.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the new Ford Bronco Sport for everyone. With 7 available GOAT modes and a camera with off-road views. It's built for America.
When you need daily sports gambling talk, Daddy gotta have it. Your best bet is live on the line. Break down the best bets across the sports landscape. Every weekday, powered by BetMGM Sportsbook.
Mike Young and the Hokies need to draw something up quick, make up this deficit. They have been in some very tight games. And over the last 4, Terrence, they've lost them all, but none by any more than 5 points. And that includes that OT loss at BC.
And I don't think it gets any easier for Virginia Tech, but a lot of those coincide with Hunter Couture not being in the lineup. But Virginia Tech, they've kept it close. This game hasn't been overly close, but the next 3, as you said, don't get any easier. At Virginia, at Clemson, who's playing well, and against a Duke team with a lot of talent, especially in that freshman class. When it rains, it pours sometimes. Yeah, and their opponent at the end of the month is this Syracuse team again. So they'll meet up one more time. 6:46 to go. Padula's at the free throw line. I'm not losing faith in this Virginia Tech team, though. I mean, there's too many scoring options. There's too much shooting. Sure, they haven't shot it well today. On the day, only 2 of 14, but there haven't been all that many opportunities. And whenever they're not playing against this 2-3 zone, you know, they can find more opportunities against man defense. Padula becomes the 4th Virginia Tech player to get to double digits with those free throws. 6.5 minutes or so to go in this second half, and that was Mutts. He stumbled on the drive and was fouled. Judah Mintz, he is constantly in attack mode. He gets you on his hip, you can forget about it. He's strong enough at about 6'2", 6'3". He's listed at 6'3". I think that's generous, but he's got long arms, crafty finisher, strong body. Misses his first, though. Had a chance to get to double digits with that free throw. 9 points for Mintz, got 3 assists as well. But sometimes with Mintz, that's a deep one from Rice. And that's now one of their last 10 for Virginia Tech from the floor. Although Basile preserving the possession. Rice out of the corner. Shot clock's at 10 for the Hokies. So, for example, right there, Tom, Basile's wide open. You have to take that shot. The quick decision-making in the second half hasn't been quite as good as it was in the first. Basile, you're a good enough shooter right there at that free throw line. Go ahead and knock that one through. Yeah, Virginia Tech shot 52% in the first half, just 29% the second half. Well, the Orange have kept it around 50% for the entire game. And the offense. Yeah, it looked like Rice just kind of lost track of where he was on the floor. Went out of bounds. Offense struggling a bit, but Syracuse's ability to recover on any wing shooter has been downright impressive. Their activity level and energy has been really good today. Padula misses out of the corner. Edwards. Rebound for the Orange. Number 8 for Edwards. You'll notice the pressure's coming from Virginia Tech. Who did they get the ball to? Joe Girard. There's no rush. And he's their settle down guy. You get him the ball, you know the rest of your offense is going to be fine. Taylor shaking his way to the rim. Mutts the rebound. Collins can't find the range. Basile and Edwards.
wrestle for the basketball, and the arrow favors the Orange with 5:16 to go.
It's so difficult. You're out of rhythm, and you still get a wide open shot up the corner. MJ Collins went everywhere but in. Look, excellent effort. That's two big men. Know how much it means.
If you're trying to make a comeback and you're Virginia Tech, this doesn't help. No field goals in the last 3 minutes for the Hokies. And now about 5 minutes to go. Lead was as big as 22 in this half for the Orange.
I thought Girard was going to shoot that ball.
He's going to shoot that one.
Man. Always on balance, patient, deceptively quick. Joe Girard on full display.
19 points, Girard. Mutts at the other end. In tight. Padula tried to poke it away, and he picked up the foul in the backcourt.
It is really hard to press this Syracuse team. Justyn Mutts, excellent ball handler. Joe Girard, always calm. Coach Boeheim coaching up Maliq Brown. We have to keep in mind, too, still a really young Syracuse Orange team. I mean, Mintz a freshman. Girard's the elder statesman, but you have other guys on the floor. Justin Taylor, a freshman. Maliq Brown, a freshman. The youth movement in full effect.
Maddox back in, Collins out for Virginia Tech.
There's something to be said, too, about what Coach Boeheim does with his players. He fills them up with confidence as Mintz knocks one down. But he doesn't overcall his offense. He lets his guys rock out a little bit. And sometimes if they take a difficult shot, he's okay with it. And what does that do? It allows you to explore a little bit. As yet another turnover by Virginia Tech.
So Girard leads the way with 19. Brown and Edwards with 11. Mintz just made that free throw. He's got double digits as well. Edwards on the drive and the dish. They're going to wave off the hoop.
Oh, wow. I don't love this call. Lee Cassell said the ball was tipped when it was going around the rim. Maliq Brown goes up and tries to flush it up and over everybody. And I think that basket should count. He hangs on the rim a little bit, but it doesn't affect the basketball. Should have been a bucket.
And it's a foul against Basile at the other end for Virginia Tech.
This is a team, Tom, the Syracuse team that doesn't typically rebound all that well. And they're winning the rebounding battle by by two, 35-33, and really controlling the game.
Brown with 10 rebounds. Edwards also has 10. Edwards has a double-double, so Brown and Edwards double-doubles tonight.
Maliq Brown on the season, only 4.3 points and 3.8 rebounds. He's brought a different element to the bottom of that zone, rebounding at a really high level.
Supposed to go inside of 4 minutes here, and the Orange distancing themselves from the Hokies. This is probably not going to be a single-digit close game to the end for Virginia Tech unless they start making some threes. By the way, Edwards with his double-double. That is now 8 on the season for Edwards.
Man, he's been terrific. Jesse Edwards on the glass, protecting the rim. And Joe Girard, he's handled a lot of scoring.
8 of 16 from the floor for Girard. Take another one and hit it.
Just not effective. Not effective. Sean Padula is there, playing solid defense. The poise of that young man.
So the matchup we were looking forward to, Girard and Padula, has fallen in the favor of Joe Girard and the Orange. Again, at halftime, it was a 6-point game, 43-37. Syracuse in front. Saved by Edwards to Maddox. Basile lays it in.
Basile's messed around and had 20. I mean, they've all been off dump downs and putbacks, but three-point shooting, 10 of 15 from the field. Had himself quite a ball game.
2.5 minutes to go now, and the Orange in control of this one. Really, it was those first few minutes of the second half where they took a lead, extended that lead, and never gave it up, thanks to this guy being a big part of it, although he misses from long range.
The confidence. Tom,
Keep on firing.
I admire the confidence of some of these shots, and whenever he's shooting it as well as what he has today.
7 made threes for the Orange. How about Virginia Tech from beyond the arc? 2 of 18.
And conventional wisdom would say you're going to get some opportunities from the three against Syracuse, but those bottom wings just change things for this Syracuse team.
Padula foul. So Joe Girard and his 21 points on the night, closing in on victory against Virginia Tech.
Accidents happen in the blink of an eye. But if you think your accident happened fast, wait until you see how quickly the insurance company moves to avoid paying you. You can't afford to wait, and you can't afford to get it wrong. Get the strong arm. Call attorney John Foy and Associates.
No one moves faster or works harder to get you the most money possible. We know what your case is worth, and we won't stop until we recover every dollar you deserve. That's the strong arm.
Call attorney John Foy and Associates today.
When you need to find a new roommate, there's a route for that. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our 2-year maintenance plan at no cost to you. Toyota, let's go places.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI. Bring in the new year with CPI, and we'll include your choice of 3 free smart security devices. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
And to handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Orange by 14, 1:47 to go in regulation. Syracuse has dominated this second half and appears to be on its way to victory, as it's now time for the fresh market to discover the best. Brown and Girard for the Orange.
Well, Girard's been terrific. It's been a lot of tough shot making, Tom. Step backs, floaters in the lane, mid-range jump shots over high hands. He's been really good, but Maliq Brown has been a bit of a curveball for this Syracuse team. He's got excellent athleticism, really long arms. The first time I saw him play, he was playing with team-loaded Virginia. And he was doing a lot of the same things that he's doing tonight, being active on the boards, finishing around the rim, and protecting things around the basket. As far as if he's not blocking shots, he's at least contesting them at a high level. And he's done a nice job of getting out on the perimeter, too. When you're on the bottom wing of that zone, there's going to be some shots that you have to get out and contest. He has that athletic ability to do that at a high rate.
Joe Girard at the free throw line for the 5th time this season. 20 points or more for Girard. Uncharacteristic misses from the free throw line. Academic at this point, you would think, with 1:40 or so to go. 75-61 Orange after leading by 6 at halftime. Basile, basket and foul.
Excellent pass by Mutts. He's operated fairly well there. 4 turnovers on the day, though. How quick was this decision made? Turn, find, and fire. Basile, Justyn Taylor just a little bit too late coming over to help.
So Basile with 23. Third time this season Basile's got 20 or more in a game. In all likelihood in a losing effort tonight. The Orange could improve to 8-1 at the Dome against Virginia Tech. Girard, he'll step into a 3-ball.
Forget about it. In rhythm. He's feeling good. It's coming off his hand nice, and he's on balance. There's not a whole lot you can do except for get out there and pray.
Third three for Girard, 24 points. Leads all scorers as Mutts got a basket at the other end and then committed a foul on Mintz. Joe Girard, how about he had 31 for a career high against Richmond this season. We have him for 3 made threes. So that's now 261 made threes for Girard. Coach Boeheim, the teaching never stops.
Well, there's a lot of teaching, but he has to be happy with that young man. I mean, Girard and Maliq Brown both, who he was talking to. But, you know, it's a Syracuse team that's young. They're still learning. Looks like they're going to move their way into another win. Joe Girard, though, so difficult to guard in the half court.
51% from the floor as a team in the game. Girard 5th all time in made threes here in Syracuse basketball history. Mutts will drive and he'll go to the line.
Might be a little too late for Mutts, but you have to love the aggressiveness. Turn around, face up, finish over the top. So you get it. Jesse Edwards comes up. You're on an island there. If you're able to finish that shot, that's where you can have success. A little bit too late in the game.
The road trip is going to continue for Virginia Tech. 2 more road games on this swing. Syracuse will host Notre Dame coming up on Saturday. And then trips to Miami and Georgia Tech.
Watch out.
Edwards.
That should all but do it. Jesse Edwards with the exclamation point.
13 points for Edwards. How about 5 players for the Orange in double digits, led by Girard with 24.
And the pressure on the rim never stops. And why not get Joe Girard an ISO?
Knocked around in the final seconds. Syracuse going to move to 4-2 in conference play. Basile with a 3 to add to his total up to 26. And that'll do it.
Excellent game by Syracuse. A lot of different guys contributing. 5 guys in double figures, and I think they found something with Maliq Brown playing added minutes. Double-double for the young man. He was terrific.
First of his career. Edwards had his 8th double-double of the season. Correction now. Edwards, 13 points, 9 rebounds. That's a change.